You are not a chaser. You are a receiver. In today's video, as we're usually doing on this channel, I'm not going to tell you the best method to manifest, but I am going to shift your consciousness into the state of the person that has already manifested what they want, because that is the only key and that is the only thing that matters. The method that you choose, it's up to you, because in truth, you are already a great manifester. You have been manifesting all the situation that you didn't want to. We just have to shift in the right state. And we do this not only through methods, but we do this through understanding of states. And sometimes it just takes a snap. So today we are going to understand and shift into the state of you are not the chaser of your manifestation, which is not just about chasing for boys or girls or SPs. Follow me through. You are not a chaser. You are a receiver. All right? Let's keep going, shall we? Hello, everybody. My name is Naya, and on this channel, we talk everything about manifestation, esotericism, and so much more. But if you want that so much more, you can even subscribe to my Patreon, where we have a lovely community. We support one another through challenges, a chat where we chat, where you can request the videos, and I can answer your doubts, and I can motivate you. But on top of that, you always get one video a week of extra content, which includes more esoteric topics if you're interested. That's why somebody suggested on my Patreon to call it the Naya Coven, but I thought that was a little bit too much. But if you like that stuff, the link is down below for my Patreon. My services are down below, which includes coachings and courses and so much more. But before I get started with today's video, remember that I also have a favorite app, and that app is Aura. Aura, if you've never known about Aura, yes, I do have an affiliate link. It's my favorite app because it contains inside affirmations, meditations, sleep hypnosis, cognitive behavioral therapy podcast, and so many other tools that can help you out maintain a good mental diet so you can shift in the right states of consciousness. If you want to try Aura today, because it has helped me for real so much in my journey and becoming the master manifester that I am, I have an affiliate link down below where you're gonna get a free trial and a 40% discount to go premium. Check it out. The link is down below. Now let's get started with today's video. So understand this, you guys. Every pattern of experience, every pattern of your manifestation, every pattern of trauma and things that you had in your life corresponds to a pattern of thoughts. The pattern of life corresponds to a pattern of thoughts. And this, in the 7 Hermetic principle, is the law of cause and effect. As above, so below, as within, so without. As for the higher self is for the lower self, as from within your states of consciousness outside. It doesn't say as without, so within. It doesn't say as below, so above. The pattern of life corresponds to your pattern of thoughts. That is why being in a certain state is the key, because whatever state you sit in, consciously or unconsciously, and most of the time it is unconscious due to programming and many other things, and pendulums, we can do a video about that, and it's coming. Reality has to reflect just that. Even if you don't believe in the law persists, and it's everywhere within this universe. So with that being said, you're not a chaser, you're a receiver. Why? Because you need to stop doing your affirmations or whatever techniques that you're using, and even the repetition, which is amazing, with this attitude of my manifestation is separate from me, is somewhere out there in the future. My SP is somewhere out there in the future. It will be nice. I'm hoping for this thing to happen. I'm waiting for it. Where is it, Naya? I'm waiting for it. That would be nice. Those attitudes do not say anything to your subconscious mind. I'm asking for this from the universe. I'm asking. It is nice to say ask and you received it, but it's misinterpreted as usual. Whatever law of attraction has said is, he has explained it really, really badly, because you're not really asking for anything. Because your subconscious doesn't really care. It only absorbs. So in the moment that you're hoping for it, that would be nice to win the lottery, would be nice to have a house, I'm asking for it to the universe. In the moment that you do all of that, your subconscious is registering, because that's all it does. It doesn't judge you. It doesn't care. The universe doesn't care. Your subconscious actually doesn't give a damn. It only absorbs. And when you're asking, you're waiting, you are hoping for. Hope, this is a great thing. No, faith is a great thing. Hope does nothing for you, right? When you're doing all of that, your subconscious is registering, I don't have it, and I desperately want it. Therefore, I don't have it. And you guys do this unconsciously all the time. All the time you do it unconsciously. I had a client recently, and it really struck me the sentence that she wrote, because she's manifesting a specific person. I am not going to give the details, of course, but basically she started doing the affirmations, but her state is not there yet. I'm affirming that her state is already there by the time that I'm posting this video. And somehow her SP, I think, phoned her or something happened, and he said, her SP said, I feel you want something from me, and I don't want to give it to you, or I can't give it to you, something like that. And I said, that's it. That's your mirror. It's anything to do with SP in and of itself. That sentence is the mirror of your state. So the only thing that you have to do now is to being aware of that. He feels that you want something from him. He doesn't feel that you're the queen, that you're the chosen one, that he loves you, that you are on the pedestal, or whatever it is that you want. We are all telepathic with one another. Our reality is telepathic with us. Our reality mirrors the pattern of thoughts. So you got to enter the state of, he feels that I'm loved, that he can't live without me, because that is my state. I am the state of the queen, the empress. I'm in the state of the wanted. I'm in the state that you are on my orbit and you land only when I say so, because you don't have an infinite visa to land on my planet. You have a limited pass that is given by me every single day. So you are orbiting around me and you land when I say. That is the state, you guys. And that's just a very specific example. And I given this example to one of my friends that manifested successfully her ex-boyfriend. And when she understood, when I said, because she used to say, he's in my orbit all the time. And I said, well, you need to give him permission to land. What type of visa are you giving this guy? And then when she understood this and we were laughing about it, he manifested. He had to, because by me saying this and by me making her understand that she has the power to determine whether he lands or not on the planet. It's not the other way around, because she's not hoping for anything. She's not waiting for anything. She's not, she's not, how do I say, her manifestation is not out there somewhere in the future. It depends on her, as within, so without. When she finally shifted into that state of real power, he had to manifest, because her world had to mirror her state. You understand? So you're not a chaser. You're not waiting. You're not hoping. You got faith. You got faith in the law, because you know that it works damn well, and you've seen it through multiple success stories. And in your imagination, that is your faith, that you keep repeating the state, because you know that your subconscious mind keeps registering whatever it is that you tell it to, and the pattern of life corresponds to your pattern of thoughts. It's really that simple, but you gotta do it. And so no, you're not gonna check obsessively. You're not gonna doubt obsessively. There is nothing to check. Whoever needs to move is gonna move. How many times do I have to say that? So, you guys, I'm going to give you another example. Let's say that you want to listen to your favorite music, to your favorite track. You're not chasing for the music on Spotify, are you? because that would be mad. You're not chasing, you're tuning in. You're receiving the favorite track by tuning on the right frequency, by tuning on the right state, which is, what is the state of you listening to your favorite track? You going on Spotify and pushing the button. You put on that frequency, you select it, you claim it, and you know you're gonna find that song. You have that certainty in 2025 that if you go online, you're gonna find that song. Manifestation is no different. Hold on, because he wants to be here. And I manifested this because he never wants to be on videos. So put yourself in the state of you being the receiver. In the moment that you set out an intention, your subconscious mind is registering that intention and is saying yes. Therefore, be grateful in the morning. I am so excited because I've got it. Spend the money in your head. Is money that you want? Is wealth that you want? Spend the money in your head. That's it. You want the SP, see it in your head. Seeing yourself being loved, become that person. Ask yourself, what would that person do and feel and think, especially with certainty that it is done. There is no need to check anything, because if you are the director of the movements of your experience, what is it that you're checking? You're directing everything. You check within your state. So in the moment that you ask, you're tuning into the right frequency by saying, bring it on. I'm the receiver. You're not the chaser. You are the receiver of the experience that you consistently select through the pattern of your thoughts. It's really that simple. And so make repetition your best friend. When I repeat, and I'm going to make a video about it, I'm going to make it first on Patreon and then I'm going to make a quicker video on YouTube. But when I wake up in the morning and I do my routine, which is composed by my affirmations, and I look at myself in the mirror, my repetition, that's my best friend. I love it. It's my favorite moment of the day. I'm excited when I'm repeating the affirmation, because every single time that I'm repeating, I know that it's done. And I know that the more I do it without effort, but with happiness and joy in my heart, to be honest, if you can do that, that will be great. I know that every single time that I'm showing up, repeating certain thoughts, not only my mind and my subconscious is registering, but I'm sitting in the state. It's coming to me. It is done. So it makes me feel good to repeat it. And what will be my reason to check for anything outside of myself? I'll give you the last practical example, because I know you love them, and this comes from my personal experience. And it has nothing to do with YouTube, because, you already saw me manifesting things in front of your eyes. But let's not talk about YouTube. Let's talk about pre-YouTube, because a lot of people like to say, oh, but you just make money because you're doing coaching. Let's talk about before that, and before the tarot reading, and before the virality, when I was just a 23-year-old girl that was very lost and didn't know what to do about her life. And I wasn't on social media at all. I didn't even have an Instagram. Let's talk about that phase of my life for a second. I was raised by my father, and my father always told me, nothing is impossible for you. Repeat what you want. Think positively and you'll get it. That's how my dad taught me, even though he doesn't necessarily teach or think too much about the law of assumption. That's the way he thinks naturally. God knows why, because he learned it through experience. And so he taught it to me. And I remember I always wanted to be a star or a singer. I wanted to be an actress, but then I thought, no, I really like to write music. I want to write music. And back then I had a surgery to my vocal cords that left me without my voice for 4 months. For 4 months, I couldn't speak no more, okay? Imagine you want to be a singer. How are you going to do that? I had to go through with a doctor to learn or relearn how to talk. And I'm not even exaggerating. I couldn't even make sounds. And I wanted to be a singer? What? How are you going to do that? I didn't care. I said in my mind, and I said, I'm going to become a singer. And instead of crying that I cannot speak for 4 months because of this surgery, I am gonna learn guitar, because if I want to be a singer and I want to be a songwriter, how am I gonna speak to the musician about the type of music that I want to write? I need to learn the guitar. And so I took that opportunity of the fact that I couldn't talk with learning the guitar. And I learned the guitar in 4 months, and I was so delusional and so positive that I stick with the program, I stick with the doctor, and I did my exercise every single day. And then I went to a teacher that was trained with people that had my problem on my vocal cords, and I said, I want to sing, give me back my voice. And we worked every single day with positive thinking, and I showed up and I learned guitar out of the blue, and I started writing my first album, and then I started singing, and I was singing better than before. And after that, everybody in my town thought I was so delusional, because I remember I was such a little kid. I was a teenager, right? More than a teenager, 23. I used to go to the town and with my guitar, playing my own songs, and I didn't even have a band or anything. And I was saying, I'm a star. I'm going to be signed. I'm going to be signed by a record label. I'm going to be signed by a record label. And I remember my friends of the time, which weren't really friends, but they told me, yeah, whatever. Come on, look at the star. Where are you going? They were laughing at me. Not behind my back. They were laughing at me in front of my face. And he'd slip away. I said, I don't care. I said, Dad, I'm going to be a star. And I remember I went to Milan for doing, after my university, for doing a master in musical journalism. And I worked for Virgin Radio as a stage. And I had my songs, and people knew that I wanted to be a singer. And on that radio, the people were so mean to me. Adults were mean to me. And they said, she wants to be a singer. They were taking the piss out of me. And I didn't care. I kept going. No matter what. And then I had a boyfriend. Just to tell you all the story, I had a boyfriend of that time, I remember, such a douchebag. And he told me, Virginia, which is my real name, you will never be a star. You just do not have star quality to you. Imagine their resistance. Nobody believed in me, and I didn't care. I wrote my music no matter what. And the more I was saying, I kept positive, and I kept repeating, despite being in Italy, singing in English, nobody knowing me. And then you know what? A couple of months ago, that's me. I'm going to put the picture in the cover of a very famous rock magazine. That's me with my albums. I found incredible bandmates. I played the O2 Arena in Sheffield, in England. I toured Spain. I made incredible albums. And then I vividly remember, I'm not going to name anybody, but before COVID time, I had this guy from this huge record label. It's huge. It's a massive record label that he told me, you are a star. Well, no matter whatever you're going to do, you just have that star quality. Imagine the difference, because I repeated it in my head. Then COVID came. I decided to not do music anymore, and I started my YouTube channel, despite I was almost there to make it in the music industry. So my story is just to say, you can do whatever it is that you want. You're not the chaser, you're the receiver. When I was just a little girl that lost her voice and didn't even know how to speak anymore, I didn't say, oh my God, I'm such a victim, I'm never gonna sing again. I said, I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a musician. And you guess if you Google my name, what happens to find? Musician. That's who I was. That's who I claimed it. I claimed it with such a certainty in my heart, because that's what was my dream. And I wasn't waiting for my dream to appear. My dream was waiting for me to be aligned, because my dream was already there. My dream was already happening. It was already done. It was just waiting for me to be on the stage. And everything else moved. Whoever needed to connect to my Bandcamp to discover me, discovered me. Whoever needed to come to my gigs, came to my gigs. Everything has to follow what I say, because the pattern of life follows the pattern of thoughts. So make repetition your best friend and get going, because you're not a chaser, you're a receiver. Your dreams, your dream reality is just waiting for you to align, because in truth, it's always there. It's just waiting for you. I love you so much, you guys. I hope this video is clear and it finally made you shift in the right state of stop waiting and hoping because there is nothing to hope for. Have faith that you're the receiver. I love you guys. Subscribe and hit the ring bell button to always get notified of when I'm live. Follow me on all my other platforms and I'll see you very soon. Bye.